Well, guys, it's the morning of surgery. We're getting ready to get out of here and head to the hospital. How you feeling? Tired. Okay. All right.
Father, I plead the blood of Jesus that not only, Lord Jesus, that the surgery may go well, Lord, I pray for your favor. That the don't go to sleep and wake back up and we did it. Go to sleep, wake up and we did it.
Dr. Fudge, you gonna take good care of him?
Best care I can.
All right. He was posing. He thought I was gonna snap a picture.
I thought you was like, I'm like,
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
What are we doing today?
It's 6-month post-op day.
6 months post-op.
I do.
You
I'm
said
still getting
amazing weight loss.
Amazing weight loss. She's had
pretty-
amazing weight loss. I mean, absolutely on track.
Yay.
So we don't need to draw labs today.
Okay.
We watch you guys really close with your labs, but yours were fine.
Okay.
And so we don't stick you every single time you come.
Okay.
Y'all, it is about 2.5 weeks later. 2.5 weeks later, and we are finally doing the second part of her 6 months post-op video. Okay. I know so many of you have had questions about Donnie since her surgery. It's been, the surgery date was it April? April 16th, 2024. So we are a little over 6 months later. How do you feel? You guys have seen the before. So how do you feel? Because I think my plan is we're just recording this part, but I want to show so they'll be able to really see the before and after with us sitting here when they see that clip.
Oh, brace yourselves with that one. I had to brace myself with that one because I was huge. But I feel good. I'm tired, but I think that kind of comes with the territory, and then there's a lot going on in life. So, and I have a toddler. Y'all know how energetic Jackson is, but I'm tired. My iron was low. I did labs in July. It was like a 3-month post-op labs, and my iron was really low, which I was already dealing with like anemia and things like that before surgery. So I'm not really surprised. But I do iron every other day, and that is helping. It was I had a change in labs, so that's how my PCP, my primary care physician, like a few weeks after the July labs and things, we just like a little check-in. Perks of being able to work with your doctor. Anyways,
That's definitely a perk.
but we did like a little check-in, and she checked it again, and it was going up. So the iron every other day is working. That's helping a lot. I think it does kind of help with like my energy. I feel like I have a little bit more energy than I did before. So protein is still an issue for me, trying to get all of that in.
So you have challenges trying to get down your protein.
Yes, I get tired of the shakes.
I was gonna say, what do you usually do for protein?
Mainly like protein shakes. I've tried the bars, they're very chalky. I've tried different protein powders. What I'm going to try and do is get like a unflavored protein, because my support person that I've talked to, she's like not a nutritionist, but she does a lot of psych, but I'm not crazy. She just kind of gives me more extra support. So we were talking, and she was saying I could do like the unflavored protein, so I can add it to whatever I'm eating. So I'm gonna try that and just kind of see. My thing is that I hope it mixes well. That's my biggest problem.
Let me stop you real quick, because I know you was talking about psych when you say I'm not crazy, and it's not about being crazy.
It's not about being crazy. Sorry, I shouldn't have used those words.
That's
it's not that.
Yeah.
I don't need like mental health support. It's just they have different people that we can talk to throughout the whole experience or the journey that I talk to on a regular basis, and it's usually like maybe 6 weeks to. It's usually like 6 weeks at a time, and we just kind of check in. She's like, how am I feeling? It doesn't have to pertain to like the surgery. It could be just life in general. It's just a way, because it is an adjustment. So,
And that's what I was going to say. The fact of just having, and it's not just with weight loss surgery, a lot of major surgeries, it can affect you mentally. So that's just something that's part of this process, to make sure that you have a safe space to be able to vent and share some of your feelings. Because when you have major surgery, although it's a situation that, let's say cosmetic surgery or weight loss surgery, where it's a situation where it's supposed to basically make you feel better as it pertains to your results, but it can be such a mental battle with such a drastic change. So that component of that sight component is very, very, very important, because I think sometimes it can happen to people when they feel like, okay, I want to do this surgery. I'm supposed to be so happy and so excited. I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know why I'm sad, or I don't know why I'm not seeing the changes. Speaking of which, we will get to that about body dysmorphia. Is that what you call it? So, but back to your protein, I just wanted to insert that while I was thinking about it.
Thank you for thinking about that. But
I just didn't want anybody to get offended, feeling like it's not a matter of being crazy, but it's just a support for your mental, because you need it.
And it's good, like, because for me and her, we kind of have like a friendship, like we developed a friendship. So I can talk to her, the lady that my support person.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Katie. So we've really kind of developed a relationship, a friendship. Like, even we were talking about my hair. Like, she's like, "Oh, I see your hair is different," and just random things. So I did, like you see, I took my locks out and everything. So it's been great to have her to kind of lean on if I have questions, or just to kind of give me some feedback on the lifestyle changes and things that I might go through. So I have not been doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. I will say that I have been blessed and fortunate enough that I've not had any real issues after surgery. I didn't get sick. I didn't really have any pain. Y'all all know that. Everything was easy sailing. I'm thankful for it. I know that's not everyone's story, but for me, I was on ibuprofen maybe 3 days after I got home. So I was fine when it came to, post-op and things like that. I've not had any issue. I've not thrown up. I hate throwing up anyways, but I've not had any of those problems, even with the medications and things. I'm getting off more medications now, which is great. So
I think it's very important too, for those of you that may even be considering weight loss surgery or any type of major surgery. It's imperative that you have a great support system. That's before, during, and after. So before you even go in for surgery,
it's hard. The support system is definitely necessary before surgery, because that was hard. I will be honest, that was very hard for me, because I'm the type of person, we go out, I have my friends, we would go out to eat after church or whatever, and I couldn't do that because I was preparing for surgery. So I felt very reclusive because of the fact that I couldn't do or eat, mainly because I couldn't eat what I wanted.
Because you were doing
I was doing the pre-surgery diet. So.
See, we did the pre-surgery. That's just an example of support. I did the pre-surgery diet with her because, first of all, it helped me to get rid of some pounds. But the pounds I got rid of, I found them again shortly after. But just to help her and support her so she wouldn't feel like she was alone, I did that pre-surgery diet with her. And then in the hospital, I had a video clip on my phone. I should have shared it. There's a video clip on my phone where it's funny because before surgery, she talked about what she was going to be doing. And Mama, I'm going to get up every 30 minutes and I'm going to walk and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But after surgery, she didn't feel like doing that. She didn't feel like doing all of that.
I was drugged.
Yeah, you
I was on a lot of drugs right then, so
it was drugs.
I was very tired.
We got up that evening, and then when we, made our rounds and got back to the room, she thought she was getting ready to go back to the room.
Do her room.
I said, no.
I was so upset.
Come on. And she just kind of looked like, she had that look like, Mom, I want to go lay down.
I was so tired.
We can lay down later, but that helped her not have all of that gas. I think we had just a few moments where once you did, and see, that's the thing about it. Once she did start moving around, that's how you start releasing that gas. She started having a little bit of back discomfort. And then, we talked about you guys saw in the video, me massaging her back, and she was leaned over the bed.
The warm blanket and stuff.
The warm blanket. So having that support. And then when she got out, she came home and she stayed here for at least like the first week or two.
Mm-hmm. It was
definitely the first week.
Definitely the first week, and then like half of the second week.
So about a week and a half, she came home and stayed here with us. That way I could make sure she stayed on top of her pain medication. And I just don't believe in being in pain after surgery, because you don't have to, but there are some wonderful, pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. There's some wonderful pharmaceuticals that you can take that are doctor prescribed, physicians prescribed. I was going to say subscribed. Did I say subscribed?
No,
Physician prescribed, that will help you so you don't have to be in pain. And most of the time, like her, she only had to take it maybe the first day or two after she got home, just to make sure that pain was dealt with. And then she's done amazingly well. So let me ask you and I probably should have revisited the doctor visit that we had, and I didn't do that before I started this video. But before I forget, let me get to this. I'm sure everybody wants to know, how much weight have you lost since surgery?
So I'm going to start off and say I'm in the 190s club. I'm not going to tell y'all exactly like specific numbers, but I'm in the 190s, y'all. I have not been in the 190s since.
But they want a number.
I know,
you shouldn't have said I'm in the 190s. You should have said this is how much. I wanted to know, and they want to know, how many pounds have you lost?
I have lost from my highest weight, which was in like December, January-ish. Is before
2023.
December 2023, January 2024.
Okay.
From there to now, I have lost a total of, I just calculated it, hold on, 76 pounds.
So y'all just do the math, with the 190s and the 70 something, kind of give you a general idea. Because you said 190s. I didn't.
I can tell you my starting weight. I'm not ashamed.
No, but you just said you didn't want to tell them that. So I'm
not
trying
to tell you my weight now, but I'll tell you my starting weight.
Okay. I didn't think you wanted to share that. And I was going to say, I just asked you how many pounds had you lost. So you didn't even have to go into the beginning weight. That wasn't what I was trying to get you
I know,
to.
but I'm not ashamed, y'all. I'm going to shout it to the rooftop.
Well, somebody say, okay, well, how much was
I got y'all. Miss Donna, how much weight?
So
because you didn't tell them in the beginning.
I did.
You said it ain't none of y'all business.
Now I can tell y'all. So my highest weight was 274 pounds.
274.
It sounds like a lot. Just cut it from my mouth. But
274 pounds. And now I'm in the 190s. So y'all can do your guessing. But yes. So from what the nurse practitioner said, I've had phenomenal weight loss.
She's had phenomenal weight
loss.
She
Everyone I talk to says that. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest kind of challenge with me is, for one, I'm not going to say like staying hydrated, because I love my water. So I do like to drink inserts and stuff. So I'm fine with that. It was a progress of gradually moving to like the big cups, like the 40 ounces instead of like 20-ounce cups, because before I was doing the 40 ounce, and then after the surgery I really couldn't do 40 ounce was very intimidating at that point after surgery. So, and then trying to drink from a straw and all that kind of stuff, and so I've gotten used to that. I can drink from a straw like normal, and I'm kind of
that's right. I forgot you couldn't do a straw for a while.
Yeah, I kind of I've adjusted and kind of realized like the cues of how my stomach feels when I need to stop or whatever. But in my appointment that y'all probably will see, she was saying that I don't have to eat breakfast food for breakfast, and that kind of, I don't know if y'all could tell, but that kind of like surprised me. I was like, what? So I had to kind of really, and before I had my surgery, it was always a matter of what do I want to eat. It's like once you cook, if you're a cooker, once you cook, you don't feel like eating it, because either you tasted it while you were cooking it, and so by the time it's done, you're like, okay, I'll eat it, I don't want anything. So it's just a matter of what I want to eat and what is going to be the nutritious foods for me to eat. So that's why I say I've not done everything I need to do. I can honestly admit that. Working out, I've not been doing that. I was doing pretty good at one point, getting a routine, but life has been lifing, It's been a lot of different things going on in my life, positive things, but it's just been a lot going on with my schedule. So whatever sleep I can get, I'm getting. I'm trying to at least. So I just have to kind of incorporate during my day. I was talking to Katie this week, and she was just saying how even if like 5 minutes, like I'm thinking that's the thing for me, trying to change my mindset, like with the food one, and then thinking about things adding up. So she was like, you know, if you're at your desk, you can do some, like take a little 5 minute break and do some kind of exercise for 5 minutes. And she said if you do that multiple times throughout the day, it adds up, you know, because they want you to do like 30 minutes a day if possible. So it can add up. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. I'm thinking it has to be consecutive 30 minutes. And they're like, no, just break it up. So I really will try and start incorporating that more into my daily routine, especially with work. I need to be able to step away from my desk sometimes. And with things going on, I have not been doing that. And so I think it's healthy for me to do that regardless, even if it's just me taking a little quick walk or just stepping away from the computer and doing different exercises and things that it can add up. Because when I get home with getting Jackson ready for bed, I'm not thinking about trying to work out. Like that's my last thing to think about. So just try to do things throughout the day when I know I'm already up and active. And I think that's a great thing for anyone to kind of incorporate into their days, just trying to do more physical activity throughout the day in small increments.
Me
that
as well,
adds
so
up.
definitely.
Yes.
Now, another thing too that I was trying to encourage her to make sure that she does arm workouts, her arms, because I notice a lot of times when people lose weight, either the weight loss surgery or they just lose a lot of weight, they have the excess skin or sagging skin, the arms, you know, sag and jiggle, and that was a concern of mine. So I got you some. Or did you get them or did I get them? The weights to go on your arm, the wrist.
I think the wrist ones. I think no, I think I got them.
Okay,
Anyway,
I told you about them. Anyway, and I've encouraged her to wear them. I don't think she wears them that much.
I did at first.
You did it first, but just some type of weights that she can wrap around her wrist. And as she's working during the day, you unconsciously, you move your arms all day, reaching for paper, reaching for this or grabbing. And it's a workout for her, just having the weights around her wrists to kind of help combat the loose skin. Do you deal with, did I ask you this already? We talked about the body dysmorphia. Do you deal with that? Do you deal with looking at yourself and being so critical on yourself, or feeling like I don't really see the results of my surgery? Or do you deal with any type of body dysmorphia?
I think to an extent.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes, you are. To an extent, I am. Body dysmorphia. Let me make sure.
Make sure we're saying it right.
Per Google, body dysmorphia is a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. So it's a lot of like when you see yourself as one thing for years and years and years at a time, and then you have a drastic weight change or whatever it could be, it can be hard to kind of see where you are now than as opposed to how you saw yourself before.
Because you said the other day, I still think my stomach is big.
I do. Like, I still look at my stomach, I still feel like it pudges out and things like that. Now, I know it's things that I can do to kind of help tighten it, but I still feel like I have a big stomach. And that's just how it's been the majority of my life. So it's hard for me to kind of look at myself differently. The only thing I can do now is see pictures of myself, and I'm like, wow. Like,
Can you stand up so they can kind of get a full body view, and then we could finish talking, so they can just kind of get a full.
Because I think we did that at one point. Did we do a video of that?
I can't remember.
I know we did one, but yeah. So this is me. I did that on purpose.
Oh, you tucked the shirt in? Oh, so they can see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Trying to help y'all out.
Oh, you trying to help them out?
This is me.
That's her. So that's her.
That's me.
And you guys, she looks amazing. As a mother, I was excited that she was going to do the surgery, because I knew that overall in the end that it was going to definitely be better for her health. But you just never know. You think about, what can go wrong, even her healing process, how is that going to go? And that's why, we've heard so many. I know I've heard some stories. Some of them I consider horror stories about people that have had weight loss surgery and just the complications that they've had, and they were just so sick and they regretted it, and they just felt awful. So of course I didn't want any of that for her, and that's why I was so determined to make sure anything that Dad and I could do to support, to help her, to make sure as much as possible that she did what she needed to do, that that again, before, during, and the first couple of weeks after, which is very, very important for us. And just to see how she has progressed. Dad and I, she looks amazing. Daddy says all the time, Donnie's looking good. Donnie's looks good. And she does. She was always beautiful. She was beautiful before, and she's still beautiful. It doesn't make her more beautiful because she's had surgery. It makes her healthier. So we are very proud of her and her progress. She's felt amazing. Do you have any regrets? Like, I've heard some people say, I would never do it again. I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. Do you have any regrets?
None.
None.
Like I said, I'm still adjusting and kind of getting used to my new stomach, but no, I have no regrets.
Do you have a lot of, and I'm trying to ask questions that some of you may have. Do you consider yourself to have a lot of excess or sagging skin? Because over almost 80 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot of sagging skin? Like even in your stomach area? No, we're not getting ready to pull up shirts and show your stomachs. We're not doing that. But even in your, do you have a lot of sagging skin, or?
It's not bad. Like I do have some sagging skin.
After having a baby too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like mainly like in my inner thighs, some on my arms too. But it's nothing, like I've seen really bad sagging skin. It's not that bad. But I do, like, if you see me and I have like a sleeveless shirt on, you can tell, like if I lift my arm up, you can maybe tell a little bit that I have some sagging skin. But it's nothing, I'm not like, oh my goodness, I have to go get the skin surgery. Like, that's not where I'm at right now. I don't want to get any more surgeries if possible. It might happen later on, but I'm not focused on that right now. I know I need to try to do better with toning and things like that to see what I can do myself naturally before I get on any kind of surgical bed again. But it's not terrible. Like, yes, I do have some sagging skin because 80 pounds is like a little child. I just lost a little child. So
What'd you say the other day? 2 toddlers?
yeah, I lost like the weight of 2 toddlers. So I do have some sagging skin, but it's not terrible. It's manageable for me. And like I said, once I start doing more to tone, I think it'll get better. I'm not rushing to get in anyone's surgery.
Do you weigh yourself a lot?
No. I will say I weigh myself once a week usually. And I do it like in the morning, once I use that bathroom, that first scoop of the day. I do it in the mornings before, I get ready and everything. But it's like once a week.
Speaking of poop, as you put it, have you had any issues with your bowels moving, or?
When I started taking the iron, yes. Like when I first had surgery, I was telling one of my friends, I was like, I poop twice in the morning, every morning. It's like clockwork. That's kind of slowed down. But when I had the iron, it definitely slowed down because, iron can constipate you naturally. So they gave me a stool softener after surgery, and I literally just started using it when I started taking the iron in like August. So, and it smells like earth. But it works. It works a lot. Ooh. It works very well because it was bad. So yeah, when I take my iron, I make sure I take, it's called Senna. I take that with it, and it helps in the morning.
And you're still doing your vitamins. The vitamins you take, you have to do that for the rest of your life.
Yes, vitamins and calcium, and experimenting with the flavors of them. But at this point, people think they're Starburst. They look like a Starburst to people.
Are you consistent with your vitamins?
For the most part, yes. Sometimes when life be lifing, I'd be like, oh, I didn't take the 4 that I'm supposed to. I might take it 2 or 3 a day. Why don't you set you an alarm, because that needs to be... usually what I do is when I get to work, I take out the 4 of my calciums. Okay. And I set them on my desk so I can see them, and I'll take them throughout the day. So by the time I leave, I'm taking all my calcium. And then I get home, because they have to be, the multivitamin and the calcium has to be taken 2 hours apart. So by the time I get home, And when I get settled and stuff, I take it before I go to bed. So I have like my routine, but like I said, sometimes things either I forget to take it out when I get to work because it's in my drawer, and so I'm like, oh, you didn't take your calcium today. So, but for the most part, I'm taking what I need to take. I do it.
And with your appointment, I can't remember what all I recorded because I did stop the recording. So especially if she was getting really, really personal about stuff, I would stop the recording. So I cannot remember what all I captured, but I do remember her saying, if I'm not mistaken, was it your iron? Based on your blood work, it was evident that she had been taking her iron. Was it your iron? That the levels were perfect?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they were able to tell that she has been consistent with her iron. Is there anything else? Like I said, I was trying to think of questions that they would probably ask.
I'm probably the most boring post-surgery bariatric patient ever.
Yeah, she is. I'm so thankful, you guys. She has just done remarkably well. So I am so thankful. I think is that about it? You go back when now?
My year appointment, so in April. I think April 17th is when I go back. So that's the day after my year mark of surgery.
Okay. Y'all, I think that's it. I apologize for us taking so long to get this video out. I'm trying to think, and if you guys are saying,
Ask this. I wish I could hear y'all in the comments. Hear y'all watching this video if it's something else that you wanted us to ask.
can you think of any? Oh, she did mention too, I may have mentioned this in the first post-stop video we were sharing. Within the first, week or two, you were able to tell a difference in how you slept. And like she was a snorer, she doesn't even snore like that anymore. Yeah, but you were able to tell a difference. Explain, I'm trying to remember, I can't remember exactly how you said it, but you were, in your sleeping, you were just sleeping better because you could tell some of the weight.
Yeah.
The weight had started to lift.
I used to have multiple pillows. I still kind of use a lot of pillows, that's just me. But like before, I would need the pillows. Now I don't necessarily need, I can sleep with one pillow and I'll be okay. I just like the comfort of all the pillows on me.
I think you got that from your mom and dad because we have a lot of pillows.
But yeah, I definitely sleep better than I did. And then it's funny because mom would they'll pick on me about how I sound like I'm, what you say, counting hogs or something like that.
Ooh, girl, you used to sound like a trainer calling hogs or something. You used to make a whole lot of noise when you slept.
Anyways, I don't make that much noise anymore. We had our family reunion, and mom and I was sharing a room together.
I know, right?
And she's like, "You don't snore."
You don't snore.
I was like, "For real?"
I mean, she used to make you think a bear was in the room.
What in the world?
I sleep quieter now, so I'm proud of myself.
That's been good too.
Yay!
Okay, is that it?
I think so.
Well, what would you say as we wrap this up? Because with this, we've been talking about 27 minutes, and this doesn't, for this portion, that doesn't include the first portion when we were at the doctor's office, so I'm trying not to make it too long. As we close, if there's someone that's considering weight loss surgery, because I know you said you wanted to do this video because when you started researching, especially this procedure, the Sadi, there wasn't a whole lot of information, and that was her main reason when she told me she wanted to share. And I'm like, you want to do what? On the YouTube platform? She wanted to share just in case somebody else was researching, to try to give them some information about her procedure. And of course, I'm going to say this before I forget because I'm going to let you close. I'm going to link the other videos, like her surgery morning video, probably the pre-op stuff, any videos pertaining to her surgery. I will link the playlist at the end of this video. If by chance this is the first time you've clicked on one of our videos and you did it because of the information that we're sharing, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Find time to say that at the end of the video. But I will link everything at the end, and that way you can go back and check out those videos. So here we are wrapping up. What would you say to someone that was considering doing, let's say specifically your weight loss surgery, because you can't speak on how you would feel had you had the gastric bypass or the sleeve or whatever, but as it pertains to the Sadi, what would you say?
I would say, for one, do your research. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Especially do your research on your surgeon. My surgeon was the bomb. Shout out to Dr. Fernandez. But yeah, do your research with your surgeons and like what the like how things are going, like how long it's been, around. Because I think my surgery is still fairly kind of new, so like the research is still kind of new, but they've had good success from it. So just know like the success rates and what to expect afterwards, what to expect right after you have your surgery, years after your surgery, just things like that. Just do your research. Do your research. But I will say for me, it's been a learning experience. It's a learning curve in a way, but it's been amazing to say the least because I haven't really had any issues.
I had one more question. Did you experience any type of sadness or anything like after your surgery? Did you ever feel sad, like maybe like an emotional mood swing? I just happened to think about that, you guys. I'm sorry.
I can say like maybe a little bit afterwards. I wouldn't say I was sad, but I would have like my kind of moods up and down.
Is that because you couldn't really eat like you wanted to and use a straw? Were you kind of frustrated with those things, or you just? Because I'm telling you, major surgery can make you feel some kind of way.
It can. I would say that I feel like my biggest struggle when it came to mental was the beginning. Like when I did the pre-surgery diet, that was the hardest for me with this whole experience because, like I said, I like to be able to go out, and I feel like I had to really just kind of confine myself to
if
going
you wanted
home.
to eat, you had to come home and eat with your mama.
Yes, I couldn't go out to eat with my friends. They was going out and doing things like they wasn't sharing things with me. Like I was sad because I
kind of left out of the
I
loop.
felt very left. I had FOMO, fear of missing out, and so
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a lot of FOMO going on in the beginning, like preparing for surgery. So that was the biggest kind of hurdle for me. But then afterwards, I will say I kind of got a little tired of the same old, and just like when I first had my surgery and I had to do the liquid diet and drinking all this protein stuff, and I got tired of that very fast because I'm not one that likes to eat stuff over and over and over again, unless it's a burger. But
yeah, because after the surgery, honey, Mama was done. I wasn't eating what she was eating.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing the
wasn't.
liquid
Like,
diet.
it's all on
That's
you,
why
girl.
I put them 11 pounds back on.
But yeah, I would say maybe the pre-op diet, and then during the surgery, and then like the couple months after surgery can be a little rough. But once you get over that hurdle and you kind of get in the routine of things, I'm good. Like I said, I just listen to my stomach and have to realize like retraining my brain because I was out with my doctor and we were eating, and she was like, "You don't have to eat everything." Like, and I'm like, "Oh." Yeah,
and I don't know whether or not some of you all caught that with what she does. She works in the medical field, and she actually works with her primary care physician.
Literally work with.
She works with her primary care physician, so that's kind of a good place to be because anything that's happening, all she has to do is pick up the phone and call her or send her a text message.
I can pull up to her house if I need to.
Yeah,
I'm good.
So that's good.
So yeah, with what I do, I work with her directly on a regular basis, so we can kind of like do a check. I went to her yesterday and was like, "I'm in the 190s." She's like, "Yeah." So we can kind of share that easily with one another.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I had one more question. I'm sorry, you guys. So speaking of which, when will your body slow down and stop losing weight? Because you really love where you are now, but you have no control over how much. You guys, I'm so sorry. We're trying not to make this too long, but I just happen to think about that. You don't want to be too little, but you have no control over that. So when will do you understand when your body will kind of start plateauing or slowing down?
So I think from what I've heard, I think like around that year mark or so, I might start slowing down. But I was asking my nutritionist, actually, I said, if I lose weight without trying to lose weight at this point. So like even when I think I've lost weight, even when I think I've plateaued or I might have gained weight, I've usually lost it. So I asked my nutritionist, she said they have ways that we can combat that if I want to, like if I'm at a place where I want to just stop losing weight, they can do that. She did not tell me those methods, but she said they have ways that we can do that.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, right now, I mean, I'm okay if I lose a little bit more, but where I'm at, I'm getting to a point where I'm like,
because I'm sure we don't want her to look sickly.
Yeah,
but sometimes you guys,
it
is what it is. Sometimes when people lose too much weight, they look sickly,
and I'm glad I don't
it's
look
not
like
a good look. And right now, you look amazing. I know you still have some more weight to lose, but just don't want to look like you are sick, and don't want to have that look. And I don't know, y'all, I'm just speaking for me. Sometimes you look at people and I don't think you ever want somebody to look at you and be like, oh, she had weight loss surgery. I can look at her and tell. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell people do not think that already. They're like, oh, they can tell I lost weight. They're like, what are you doing to this weight?
Right.
Like, I had surgery.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ashamed.
You're
I
not
had
ashamed
surgery.
to tell. Yeah, but some
someone just
people-
asked me that the other day, and I was like, I had weight loss surgery.
Yeah.
So-
And you are just like, it's like you could be the poster child for the Sadie, because right now you look great. And I hope that even in the next few months that you don't lose too much. You're already at almost 80 pounds, but just to lose too much
I
where
would
you
say
do look.
now when I'm losing my weight, it's like if I get on a scale 1 week, the next week I might have lost like either between a half a pound to maybe 2 pounds max.
And
That's
see,
it.
And that's good because it's gradual. It's not too fast.
It's not. It's
you know
like
what
I'm
I'm
dropping
saying?
10 pounds each week.
So
No.
it's almost like doing it. It reminds me of somebody. Maybe I'll just say me. You know, at times if I was trying, back then if I was trying to lose weight, just not losing it too fast because it's the doctors will tell you it's not healthy. Where you losing 10 pounds a week or you know what I'm
'cause your
saying?
body
But
can't.
that 1 or 2 pounds a week or a couple pounds a month is really good.
Yeah, and I think I did want to say I think my main thing now that I'm trying to figure out, and I think I'm just gonna start taking collagen, but like my hair is different, and that's why I took my locks out with
you
my
have any
hair.
hair loss?
I feel like I think for me I can't tell because we have thick hair
Your hair is so
naturally,
thick.
and so
When you get my age, baby, you'll be able to.
I feel like when I wash my hair, yes, there's a lot of hair that comes out, but it's not like you
No,
can
baby,
tell.
you ain't lost
I feel like
none.
I can tell, but when I look, I'm like, girl, you can't tell me you lost some.
No, you cannot.
So,
It's
I
just
don't-
as thick.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not as thick as it used to be. But like I said, I think I'm gonna try and start doing some collagen. If y'all have ideas, please let me know. Things that I'm going to actually stick to, y'all. If y'all talking about doing bone broth 24/7, I'm not going to do that. I'm just letting you know that now. But like, if you have any kind of remedies or something like that, even if it's something that I can do in my hair, like routines, that would be great. I have 4C hair, so y'all let me know. Because y'all be having some good, feedback with that kind of
They
stuff.
really do.
Yes.
Okay, look, this girl talking
Okay,
about,
we're going.
This
Sorry.
girl talking about this video gonna be 5 minutes, baby. Listen, this part
We're
is 36
minutes
minutes.
in.
Can you close us out? Listen, we
Yes,
appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Forgive us if we were too long, but I started thinking we should have been prepared with the questions, but as you said, different things that started triggering other questions. So I think we've gotten them all. Anyway, you gonna close us out?
All right, y'all.
You
So,
ready? You like you want to pray?
let's
Close us
pray.
out with prayer. No, go ahead.
Close out the
We just want to say thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of your concern. I appreciate all of your support, the love. Y'all are amazing. I knew I could trust y'all with
You
this
know what
whole
your daddy
process.
told him in the beginning, don't you come from my baby girl
And
here.
they didn't.
I
They
think you
didn't,
all,
and I
if we had
appreciate
some
that.
crazy comments, they were missed. But you all have been amazing. The support has just been.
Amazing.
And then when they would see you here and there, get little glimpses of you in the video, be like, Donnie, so we need to follow a video with Donnie's. How
Here's a
she doing?
follow-up video.
She's looking great. So we're a little behind, but we got it done.
Yes. So, like I said, thank you all. We love y'all. And if you have not, please, if you'll consider subscribing to our channel, we would appreciate it.
Hit
Like
the
hitting
nosy.
that nosy
Hit the
button.
Baby, say hit the nose. He must be asleep.
He probably is really quiet. He's asleep.
Yeah.
So yes, hit the nosy and come on back so you get that notification that we have uploaded another video. But we love y'all.
Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining. Say hit the
So
nose.
late.
Hit the nose.
He's not asleep, so
We
it's
thought you
okay.
was asleep. You had the door closed. You
Oh,
sleep.
we were asleep. We were right.
Okay.
We were right. He was
Thank
asleep.
you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye.